and welcome to The Big Fight. What a week it's been. Slumdog Millionaire sweeps the Oscars and all of India celebrates and has been celebrating ever since. Or has it? Yes, obviously everyone's celebrating Rahman, everyone's celebrating what Ms. Pukuti did, but there are many people who are still not very sure about Slumdog Millionaire itself. Was that film really as good as everyone thinks it should be, as it was? Should India really be celebrating Slumdog Millionaire? I think that's a question that many people have been asking, and we are really going to try and answer that question. Also, this entire question of poverty porn, does that really exist, and how should we be reacting to all of that? So we've got a panel here to discuss that. Let me start by welcoming Arindam Chaudhary, who's absolutely hates the film and has been saying so on his blog, and to everyone he meets at length, and is presumably going to be saying the same thing. Nafisa Ali doesn't agree with him, doesn't think the film was that bad, so thanks Nafisa for being with us as well. Sudhir Mishra, who has also made a film set in a slum not very far from where this one was, also in Dharavi.
Shot exactly the same place.
Shot in exactly the same place, didn't win the Oscars.
Didn't win the Oscars.
But we will try and figure out where and what and where the differences actually come in. Simon Denyer, Reuters bureau chief, is all of this some sort of a grand Western celebration of India's poverty, and is that what the Western media keeps doing? Well, okay,
I'm here to defend the West, maybe. But yeah.
I'm not sure whether you're going to end up doing that, but it's good to get you in. And someone else, great pleasure to welcome onto the show. So, Jagjak Saraya, great to have you with us. I am not very sure what you thought of the films. Why don't I just start off with you? Slumdog Millionaire and the wild celebrations that we have seen in India. What do you make of it?
I've seen the film, and I'm very glad that it got 8 Oscars. Whether it deserves them or not is an entirely different question. But as a film, it's basically a feel-good film, and coming at a time of global recession, when even the affluent countries are suffering, it gives people hope that you can overcome hardship. You can get over the hard times, and there's a brighter future ahead of you.
Feeling good in a film where, I mean, I can't think of anything that didn't happen to that kid. From being, having his friends blinded, to having his girlfriend, his friend raped, to having his brother become the rapist. Was that really feel good? I wasn't feeling that good for most of the film.
Well, the fact that the protagonist goes through all these terrible traumas and still ends up triumphant and singing that lovely song at the end of the movie. Sure, it's a Bollywood idiom film made by Hollywood, and they packed in all the melodrama, over the top hype that Bollywood is so famous for. Okay,
Sudhir, first of all, was it a feel-good film?
No, it wasn't, and I think people totally misunderstood the film. It's a Danny Boyle film. All of Danny Boyle's films are about people in trouble, finding a lot of money and living happily ever after. Let us be clear. He made Trainspotting, which was about the underbelly of Glasgow. It's a very good film, and it's a film about memory. It's about a boy who has the memory of an old man, who's lived an entire life. And at the end, what he learns in life gets him through a difficult situation and success at the end. I think it's a very interesting structure. It's a very well-done film. There are some minor problems that I have with it, but, which film doesn't have minor problems? It's a very, very well-done film.
He has some minor problems with it. Do you have minor problems with it?
I have huge problems.
What are the huge problems?
I think it's the most negative feel-good film I've seen this year. I mean, how do you feel good as an Indian after seeing this film when you clearly see that this director has had a completely ulterior agenda? It's a great film. I mean, it's well made, cinematographically brilliantly shot. Everything about the film works. But the fact is that man picked up everything negative about India, which the Western world loves seeing, loves appreciating, and therefore has got all the awards, obviously, and at a time when the West is going through a recession, and at the same time when India is doing well. So, how's this country doing well? It was a country of elephants and snake charmers. I mean, how did this all start happening? And then Danny Boyle shows them, well, this is a country of slumdogs who started accidentally becoming millionaires. Wow.